All right, so let's move on to specific federal agencies, and we can get into what all is available. Now, I would recommend that everyone, if they're interested in this, spend time on the agency websites because you can get a lot of detailed information on the mission and the programs that various agencies have, and it's very hard to cover everything in detail. Uh, so let's talk about the FDA first. So the FDA is the premier U.S. regulatory agency for food and drugs and biologics, medical devices, tobacco products, cosmetics, veterinary products. About 20% of the GDP that the U.S. Is responsible for is somehow regulated through the FDA. And so it's a massive agency. It's split into different centers. So the biggest center is the Center for Drugs. The headquarters is in Silver Spring, Maryland, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C. They do have offices all over the world, but those are primarily for drug inspections. The bulk of the jobs are in the metropolitan Washington area, but fully remote work is possible. The FDA employs thousands of physicians of all specialties, and the primary work they do is bringing new drugs to market. And so the Center for Drugs, in particular, is reviewing applications for therapies that apply to every type of medical specialty. And so they are in need of specialists of every kind. And so looking at the clinical trial data, making a decision on the efficacy and the safety of a potential new drug, that is the majority of the type of work that physicians do at the FDA. It is possible to also do epidemiology and post-marketing safety work. That is the kind of work that I did when I worked at the FDA. So I looked at the safety of vaccines and other biologic products after they were already on the market, and I was reviewing adverse event reports. And so for vaccines in particular, there's a program called VAERS, the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, and people can fill those out at home or through physician's office, and there are people at the FDA who look at those. There's also opportunities for physicians to work in generic drugs and look at the comparability. And so most of these jobs are regulatory applications of clinical knowledge or their program management or public health practice.